Hey guys, it's Kiki, back for another interview. Here
Hi.
we are in Kensington. It's Friday night. Things are a little hectic. Everybody's partying, doing their thing. I'm just trying to fall back, relax, Another day in paradise. Been doing a lot of reflecting. Really thinking about changing my life. I think tomorrow I'm going into detox. Finally gonna do it. Take the big step. Hoping you guys will support me in my journey as you have. I really appreciate all the feedback and, staying with me through through the challenges, the good times, the bad times, here through everything. I appreciate all the support.
How you doing tonight, Miss Kiki?
Like I said, I'm just trying to fall back and relax. Things are a little chaotic. You know how it be on the weekend. Everybody, like I said, partying, doing their thing, There's a lot more people out tonight. A bunch of big crowds, big groups of people. I'm just trying to find my little corner and chill.
Yeah, because when I seen you, you was standing over there by yourself while you was sitting on the ground, covered up. I guess that's the way you was disguising whatever you was doing.
Yeah, it's cold as shit.
So why you ain't going to a shelter?
I don't know, man. I got good and bad relationships with the shelters. They got a lot of rules, a lot of regulations, lot of thievery. Sometimes there's good people, but most of the time there's bad.
Well, that seems like the same thing goes on out here, right?
Yeah, but out here I feel like I make my own rules. I'm the king of my own castle out here. I don't really do well with authority.
Okay, well, when you ready, but I hope everything work out for you when you get in there sooner than later. But the weather is about to break, so once the weather break, a lot of people just should be outside, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. If I didn't do it in the winter, I ain't gonna do it in the summer. I'm just waiting for that nice weather. Hopefully I'm gonna be clean for this summer. I don't want to spend another day out here like this. Like I said, I think I'm ready to make the big change.
And that'd be good, and I congratulate you on it, and I hope you really do go.
It's been a long time coming. It really has.
Because things out here is getting a little rougher. Huh?
It's getting worse and worse every day. And I'd rather be alive and, spend time with my kid and do all the shit I should have been doing.
There's people out here dying, Kiki.
Oh yeah, left and right.
What's the last death you heard?
This girl Jelly Bean. Everybody's been talking about it lately. Another one that died from withdrawal. It seems like that's the big cause now. Everybody's dying from withdrawal.
Wow, that just means you gotta think about that because none of us is the exception, Miss Kiki.
Absolutely.
And if it can happen to them, it can happen to you.
Absolutely.
And do you ever think about if you was to pass, what effect it would have on your loved ones?
Yeah, my son just lost his dad, so I don't want him to lose his mom too.
Right. Right, and that's the right approach to have.
Yeah.
You don't seem like you too hard tonight.
Yeah, like I said, I've really been trying to wean myself off of it. I feel like that's the best way to go about it. I switched over from shooting to smoking, and then you just gotta decrease how much you do from there.
And how you supporting this habit?
Panhandle.
So you left the dates alone?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, 'cause that's pretty scary, ain't it?
Oh yeah. I've heard some crazy horror stories.
Well, if you don't mind, get me some of them.
I've heard girls being pistol whipped, kicked out of the car, taken to the middle of nowhere and left, raped, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, when we stay in the belly of the beast, them type of things seems to happen.
Yeah, if that's what you're gonna do, you gotta be there for the good and the bad.
Have you been talking to any of your loved ones?
I talk to my dad as much as I can, talk to my son as much as I can, especially he's going through a hard time right now, so I'm trying to be there for him, and little does he realize he's being there for me too.
Well, when the last time you actually talked to them?
A couple days ago.
How did that make you feel?
I always talking to my son always puts a smile on my face. Same with my dad. My dad's my best friend. My son is my everything.
Well, you see how that works out, even though you might sometimes deal with shame because you let down some responsibilities, but you see what happens soon you get in touch with them, how they still react, they still love you.
Yeah.
And they just wish for you to come home and get the help you need.
That's the good thing about unconditional love and having your people that are always there for you. That's when you know it's unconditional. No matter what you're going through, they're there to support you. Through the good, through the bad, through the everything.
Well, even though you said you don't want to go into no shelters, there's no other places you could go where you could get clothes?
There's places to go for clothes and food and stuff like that. But nowhere really to be at night. That's the problem.
So I would suppose that at nighttime when you out here, you get your hustles on, your panhandling to have enough money for a bag before you go to sleep and a bag when you wake up?
Basically, yeah. I try to do my hustling during the day and then just fall back at night.
So how do you wake up in the morning if you don't have no money and you gotta get out there to get some? Do you panic? Or
It's a lot harder, but I try to be responsible with my habit. No matter how little money I make, I try to always make sure I got something for the morning. Because if you don't have that kickstart first thing in the morning, it's a lot harder. Get up and start your day. It's like getting up, having your coffee in the morning.
and how long does it actually take you to get well?
Get well is almost instant. To make the money, it's been a lot harder lately because there's, like you said, the weather's getting nicer. There's a lot more people doing it. And the more people doing it, people are almost immune to it. It's like when you ask them to spare a little change, 18 other people have already asked them before you. So it's a lot harder.
And where do you usually panhandle at? Up here in Kensington, or you go down Center City?
Center City.
Get much more money?
A lot more people, so a lot more chance of getting money.
And how long you got to stay out there to make $20?
It all depends. Sometimes you could get lucky and one person give you a 20, but most of the time it takes about an hour, hour and a half. Most of the time it's dollar by dollar. So you gotta see 20 people to get $20.
And how often during the day do you go back and do that?
2, sometimes 3. I try not to be greedy with it. I try to make just enough to keep me well.
And do you buy some food, or you come out here to get food?
I try to come out here and get food, but I always hold back a couple dollars just in case nobody's out here. Because I do like to eat.
What's some of your favorite foods?
I like snack cakes.
Oh, you like sweets?
Yeah, junk food.
How much do you usually weigh?
I'm usually like 130, 140.
And what would you say you weigh now?
About 100 pounds. I'm a little on the small side. It's a little sad. I miss being a normal weight.
Well, that's all right. You could get it back,
Oh yeah, I eat all the time.
Well, if you go and get the help, like you said, tomorrow, then most likely you will get your weight back.
Oh yeah.
And if you go and get the help, what's the chances that you would ever come back out to Kensington?
If I get it done and do it right, I'm never coming back.
Because you understand the rule, exception, right? You come back,
Yeah.
you know what happened. Well, I wish you the best of luck, Miss Kiki.
Thank you.
And tomorrow, walk with faith and keep your courage and be strong and take that step. All right, thank you. And before we go, is there anything else you would like to say?
Like I said, I appreciate all the support. You guys have been a real help through my journey, and I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Miss Kiki.
Thank you.